Good afternoon, brothers. JK, head coach and founder of the Porn Reboot system here. This is a quick video to share my personal, unsolicited opinion. Nobody asked me for my opinion. I just decided to run my mouth today on No Nut November. The first thing I want to do is I want to just acknowledge the positive benefits of it. But the reason why I'm sharing my opinion, first of all, is because, I was in one of my groups and I already saw people sharing stuff on No Nut November. Some aspects of this do conflict with the Porn Reboot system. So for those of you who follow this system, I'm sharing some of my thoughts. It's truly up to you what you decide to do. Back to the positive benefits. It's a wonderful opportunity for a group of men to come together with a common cause of controlling their sexual behavior, albeit for a short period of time. Okay? It's a great way for some men who have kind of fallen off the wagon, so to speak, to get back on. And it's a great way to get a sense of accomplishment for achieving something, right? After a 30-day period, with the hope that it is going to continue in the future. The habits and whatever you benefit from it will continue into the future. And that is wonderful. And for that, I don't have a problem with it. What I do have a problem with, and again, you do not have to agree with me, this is just my opinion, is that it comes from the same mindset of individuals that wait till the beginning of the year, till the new year, to set their goals, right? The New Year's resolution gang. And to be absolutely clear, I also set goals at the beginning of the year. However, I wasn't waiting for the beginning of the year to begin these things. These are things that I've already been implementing throughout the previous year. And this is just me setting up plans for how it's going to look for the rest of the year. It's not me deciding, oh, beginning of the year, new me, I'm going to start doing this and this and this. The problem with this mindset is that a lot of it is based on things which are temporary. And that means that once all the people who are engaging in this move on, that's that about that. It's over. Like, they're going to go back to viewing pornography. You're going to start seeing the memes of, oh, like November 30th or whatever, and then here's me busting a nut on December 1st, right? So you are putting yourself amongst a community of people who may not be as serious about controlling this behavior as you are. That is the first problem with this. The second thing is you're counting, and our system does not work with counting. You are counting down through 30 days. The big danger is you've probably made quite a bit of progress over the last couple of months. And sometimes guys decide, you know what? No, not November. I'm going to start from the beginning. And then you promptly forget everything that you've learned over the past months. You forget about all the lessons you've learned, about the boundaries you've crossed. And you're so busy being excited about this 1 month of controlling everything that you fail to realize that you have already made so much progress. And there's nothing inherently special about this month, right? If you want to acknowledge it as No Nut November, that's wonderful. But it shouldn't really make a difference, because sometimes overly focusing on something that you're trying to accomplish can actually cause you to not accomplish that thing. In this case, maybe you've just been very balanced following the Porn Reboot system. You slip once in a while, and then you use a tool, and you get back on track. But you're learning, and you're growing, right? And suddenly you hit this month, and you decide, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to be perfect, right? I am going to be absolutely perfect, and I am going to just obsess over not slipping for the next 30 days. And in the Porn Reboot system, we're all about progress, not perfection. So another problem is that, again, overly focusing on something makes you build up this belief that you need to be perfect in the month of November. And I want to tell you that you don't need to be perfect in the month of November. Why would you set yourself up for that, right? Let's say you slip. How are you going to feel? Why would you set up a new ladder in November, climb to the top with the risk of falling down and hurting yourself, when you've been making rather steady progress over the last few weeks or over the last few months? All right. So that's just my personal opinion on this. I would like to hear you guys' thoughts about it, okay? I understand from what I've seen today that some people are very, very attached to it. Just remember that it's just for a month, right? Remember that it does involve counting towards an ideal. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that whatever you accomplish at the end of November is probably not going to be as awesome as you think it is. It's going to be good, but that ideal, let's say an ideal would be, man, if I can do this for November, then you create this thing in your head that I can carry this through all the way through next year. And some of you really think that, right? You're like, I think I can do this through next November. It's a completely irrational thought, but it's easy to get caught up in this because of the energy, because so many people are doing it, and you feel irrationally confident that you're going to be able to accomplish this because you have so many people doing it and supporting each other. That's an ideal. And if you don't accomplish your ideal and you slip before that time, well, you're going to feel horrible. Whereas if you were just following the system that you were already and you slipped, all right, fine, I slipped, whatever, right? It's not a big deal. I don't have an ideal. I have goals, and maybe your goals are, my goals are, I'm going to make sure that every week a new boundary is set, or I learn about a new boundary, or every week I'm going to be able to control this particular emotion a little bit better, right? My anger, instead of flying out of control and, getting upset about something that happened in the past, which will lead me to slip, I'm going to learn how to control that better. Instead of that, setting goals, you're setting ideals, okay? So I'm beginning to ramble, but brothers, that's my point. I would like to hear what you guys think about it, and that is all I'm going to say about No Nut November, right? Everything else that I'm going to be talking about this month is business as usual, all right? Learning how to control your out of control behavior. In the YouTube app, go to notifications and turn on subscriptions. In the settings, go to notifications and scroll to the YouTube app and allow notifications. I'm JK, your brother in this struggle, and I'll speak to you later on in the week. Take care.